y'all, it's me, China, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First things first, if you're new here, hi. Y'all, I usually just do like vlogs and everything like that, but today we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna start doing story times. And it's like this, it's this one story in particular that I've been wanting to tell for the longest. So I'm gonna tell it today, and if this video does good, I'm gonna do a story time every Friday. I'm gonna drop it right here on YouTube every Friday. But yeah, if you're new here, make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. And yeah, this is new for me. This is my first story time, so y'all bear with me. If you like it, leave me some comments down below. Let me know that you want more videos and more story times, because y'all, I went to college, so your girl got some stories from college. I got a couple of stories from high school. Like, yeah, just let me know if y'all feeling the vibes. So this particular story I'm gonna tell y'all, as y'all can see by the title of the video, it's a real ghetto story. Like, it's real. I know y'all looking at the title like, girl, what? But yeah, so let's get into it. So this happened when I was in college. I was about a junior or a senior in college. So there's this girl on campus. She was known for like doing wigs and everything like that, and her wigs would be like bomb. So she was known for wig making, you know. She also wore, is my lash okay? She also wore like bomb hairstyles. She always had like bomb wigs, weave, all that. So again, around campus, she was kind of known, popular, whatever the case may be. So at the time, y'all, I was starting my locks. I did have locks towards the end of my college. So y'all, I was starting locks. When I tell y'all my locks was like this, because I had big chopped my hair, so my locks was literally this long. So I was doing styles to cover my hair. I was doing wigs. I was doing braids over my locks. I was doing everything. So this particular time, I wanted a wig, and I wanted a wig that I could take on and take off, because I was trying to grow my locks, and I just wanted to make sure I was taking care of my hair up under the wig. So I was like, you know what, instead of getting box braids or locks over my locks, let me just get this girl to make me a wig. So I hit her up on Instagram. First things first, y'all, she took all day responding back to me. That should have been like a red flag number one, because do you want this money or not? So I hit her up. I think it was on Instagram or something like that. Pretty much I told her that I was interested in her making me a wig. I brought my own hair, y'all, and when I buy hair, it's not cheap. I like to buy good quality, expensive hair. So I had brought my hair. I think I spent like $400 or $500 on some bundles. My bundles came in. I hit her up like, hey, I want you to make me a wig. Do. She took all day responding. Then she finally responded back and was like, hey, okay, she gave me her prices. I was cool with it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this ball rolling. Because I think this happened like a few weeks. I knew like it was a certain event that was going on, so I wanted to make sure that I had this wig for when I was ready to go out. So I hit her up like way before I knew I was about to go out, because I'm like, I need this wig ASAP. I'm not walking around with these little baby starter locks. I'm just not doing it. So she hit me up. She told me her prices, whatever the case may be. I'm like, okay, cool. So the day I was supposed to meet her, I was going to meet her on campus to give her my bundles, right? So the day I'm supposed to meet her, I'm hitting her up. I'm like, hey, you know, where do you want to meet? She goes, let's meet on campus at this spot where they had like, it was like a food court pretty much on campus. So she said, hey, let's meet there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, I'm sitting in the freaking food court, texting her like, hey, I'm here, where you at? Still no response, right? That should have been a red flag number two. But me being in college, I'm like, I need my hair done. I really need this wig. So, you know what I'm saying? I just try to give her the benefit of the doubt. So I'm sitting in the food court. I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for her. She never responded, never pulled up, never did any of that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to be sitting here waiting all day, because I think I had classes later on. So I went to class, and she hit me up in class and was like, hey, I'm sorry, something came up, And she sent me, where did she send me? She sent me an address and was like, okay, just meet me here. So I'm thinking, okay, that's her home address. Cool. So after my class, I'm heading to that address, and she sends me another message, and she's like, hey, I'm no longer at this address. I'm now here. So this is the third location within like a couple of hours. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So she sent me the last address and said, hey, meet me here. I pull up, y'all. First of all, this should have been red flag number 3. I pull up and it's like a bunch of guys outside, whatever the case may be. And she was just like just getting out the car, and the guys was all on the porch smoking. I guess they was having a smoke session, and I guess she was about to join it, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. So I pull up and I could tell that she's a little high, drunk, or she's not sober. let's just say that she's not sober. So I pull up, I could tell she's looking kind of da-da. So when she sees me, she didn't even like, maybe she didn't know that it was me, but I hit her up on Instagram like, girl, you see my pictures, you know it's me. But anywho, I pull up, she didn't even acknowledge me. She goes on the porch with the guys. So I get out the car and I'm like, hey, are you, and I'm gonna say, let's call her Raven. So I'm like, hey, are you Raven? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm the one who hit you up about the wig, you know, here's my bundles, whatever the case may be. So she grabs the bundles and she goes back on the porch, and I'm just like, okay. So she's like, I'll let you know when it's ready. A little sketchy, but I'm like, okay, cool. She goes on the porch, they're smoking, I drive off. So it was like days. She never told me like, okay, it's gonna take 3 to 5 business days, it's gonna take that. She never gave me like a timeline. She just said, I'll let you know when it's done. So, and I should have asked her right then and there, like, do you have a timeline? Do you know when you'll have it done? You know, whatever the case may be. But I figure, you know, we in college, we got schoolwork, like I'm not about to be pressuring her. She just, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know if she had a lot of work going on, you know, I don't know if I didn't know. So I was just like, when she said, I'll let you know when it's done, I'm like, okay, cool. So it had been like 4 or 5 days later, haven't heard anything from her. Crickets. Haven't heard anything. So I hit her up and I'm like, hey, you know, when is the wig gonna be ready? Again, took all day responding back to me. So at this point, I'm getting irritated because one, you took all day responding back to me when I had to meet you for the bundles. Now you have my bundles and you're still not responding. And I spent $400 to $500, like I told y'all earlier, on these bundles. So what's going on? So she took all day responding back to me. So she finally responded to me, and I think it was like a Tuesday, or I think it was like a Tuesday or something. So she goes, your bundles is going to be ready on Friday. Cool. No, she said, yeah, your bundles will be ready on Friday. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? My bundles will be ready for Friday. I could go out Friday night, have me a good time, turn up, turn up, turn up. So all week, you know what I'm saying, from Tuesday up to Friday, I'm excited. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get my wig, 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 I'm gonna get my wig. So Friday comes, and when she texted me on Tuesday, she never said what time on Friday. So when Friday comes along, it was like Friday after my classes. It's probably like 12 p.m., something like that in the afternoon. So I reach out to her and I'm like, hey, what time do you want me to come pick up the wig? And once again, y'all already know what we're getting. Crickets. So I'm like, I'm gonna give her some time. I'm gonna give her some time. I'm gonna give her some time. So it got to be like 3, 4 p.m. late afternoon, still no response. So now I'm really getting irritated because it's the day of, you're not responding back to me. Like, what is going on? So I'm blowing her up on Instagram. I'm calling her, calling her phone, calling her on Instagram, messaging her on Instagram, texting her, doing all that, still no response. So she finally texted me back and was like, hey, I'm sorry, I've been in classes all day. Cool, whatever the case may be. You still could have responded back to my text, but whatever. So she goes, hey, I was in classes all day, sorry. The wig would be ready at 6 p.m. It was like 6 or 7 p.m., one of those times. So I'm like, okay, cool. We get closer to the time. Actually, we get past the time because I said, okay, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it was 7 p.m. because I really don't remember if it was 6 or 7. Let's just say it was 7 p.m., right? It's now like 7:30 because I'm like, she's already been like running late, whatever the case may be. I'm going to just give her a 30-minute grace period, right? So I hit her up at 7:30 and I'm like, hey, can hey, is the wig ready? I'm gonna come get it. Or where do you want to meet to come get it? Because mind y'all, when I dropped it off, she gave me 3 different locations. So I don't know where we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, the meetup for me to get the wig. So once again, she's not responding. And I was like, okay, this girl got my bundles. Like, is she really making my wig? Is she trying to steal my bundles? Is she trying to be funny? Like, what the fuck is going on? So it got to like 8:30, 9 p.m. I'm not even lying to y'all. Still no response. So at this point, I'm hitting up my homegirl like, look, we about to go find this girl because I don't know what she got going on. She got my bundle. She's supposed to be making it. She's not responding back to me. She told me it was going to be ready at 7:30 and here it is 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I got plans. The club opened at 10 o'clock, baby. Like, what are we doing? So I hit up my homegirl. Actually, it was 2 of my homegirls. One of them, we're going to call her Penny Proud. And if you know her, then you know why. One, we're going to call Penny Proud. The other one, we're going to call her Sunshine. Okay? So, Sunshine, she's not really about that life. She's like all about peace. That's why I named her Sunshine. She's all about peace and world peace and just, you know what I'm saying? She's not really like, when it's time to go, she would be like the getaway driver. And I don't even know if she could do that. You know what I'm saying? But no, you know, no shade, no shade, no shade, no shade. She's just not, that's not the type of person she is. And it's like, cool. But my other homegirl, Penny Proud, baby, she's down to ride. You call her like, look, we bought this. She's like, okay, I'm on the way. So told Sunshine, of course, Sunshine is like, well, give her some time to do that, girl. Bye. So call Penny Proud. I'm like, look, this is what's going on. She's like, okay, so what you want to do? I said, we need to find her. So she's like, okay, cool. So we meet up or whatever. Actually, I think, were we living together at the time? I think we were living together at the time, but I just wasn't at the house. So she's like, okay, come to the house and we're going to figure something out. So I get to the house. I pull up. I call her. I'm like, hey, I'm outside. She hops in the car. We ready to ride. When I tell y'all, we ready to ride. Mind you, I had already had on like sweats, tennis shoes and stuff. I won't even planning to like go fight. I won't plan to do anything. That was just how I was dressed that day. So from like classes and stuff. So she comes out, she has on the same thing. So I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tell her wear tennis shoes. I ain't tell her wear sweats. I ain't tell her we going there to fight. I just said we need to find her and see, you know what I'm saying, what's taking so long, what's going on. So she hop in the car. I'm like, I think one of the addresses she sent me is where she live. Mind y'all, I told y'all we were supposed to meet on campus. Then she sent me one address, right? So I'm thinking that's her home address because she gave me that address. Then she said, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be at this location. But mind y'all, I pulled up to the 3rd location and it was a bunch of guys outside. They were smoking, da-da-da. So I'm like, I don't think that's her house. I think her house is the 2nd address she gave me, right? Because the first one was on campus. The 2nd address was, I'm like, I think this is where she lived. So Penny Proud like, okay, let's just ride by and, you know, knock on the door and just see what's going on. Where's the wig? You know what I'm saying? How much longer is it going to be? Because mind y'all, she wasn't responding to my messages. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just pull up, see what's going on. So we pull up to the house. We hop out the car. Mind y'all, we ain't come to like, we didn't come on no type of energy like, bitch, where my bundles? Where my... We literally was just like, what's going on? Like, we were confused. I didn't know if something happened to her. Like, I knew she had my bundles, but I didn't think, like, it was a little part in the back of my mind. I was like, this bitch done stole your bundles. Like, she's really about to steal your bundles. But then it's like, nah, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that to me, at least. You know what I'm saying? So we pull up to her house. We knock on the door. She didn't answer. Her roommate answered the door. So I'm like, hey, is Raven here? So mind y'all, the roommate didn't know what was going on. I don't even think the roommate knew that she had my bundles, none of that. I'm just like, hey, is Raven here? She's like, yeah, she's upstairs. Let me go get her. So I'm like, okay, cool. She tells us come in. Y'all could come in. Okay. She invited us in. Let's go inside the house. You know what I'm saying? We went inside the house. So we're standing, who's that? Okay. We go inside the house, right? So we're standing downstairs. The way the house was, it was like the kitchen back there, the living room, the downstairs steps. Straight up the steps was Raven's room. So we're standing downstairs in like the living room area. So the roommate goes upstairs and goes, hey, And she goes, what's your name? I say China. She goes, hey, China is downstairs looking for you. So I hear Raven upstairs. She's like, what? What is she doing here? Why is she here? So already from the get-go, she got hostile energy. She's like, she the one who started the whole bad vibes thing, right? So she's like, what? Why is she here? What is she doing here? So I hear her upstairs just running her mouth to her roommate. So as she's, hold on. So she's upstairs running her mouth. So I hear her. So I go to like the bottom of the steps and I'm like, I just want to know what's going on. I've been texting you, messaging you, calling you on Instagram all day and I haven't gotten a response. Is the wig almost ready? She goes, I don't even know why you here because I didn't tell you to. I'm like, huh? Excuse me? So she's still running her mouth. When I tell y'all she's yapping. I don't know why you here. I didn't tell you the wig was ready. What the fuck you doing in my house? Going off. So I'm like, first of all, your roommate let us in. I just asked her if you were here and she said, yeah, let me go get her, and she invited us inside. So I'm sitting downstairs. I'm like, and it's not even about that. Is the wig done? Where's the wig? Because it's 9:30, 10 p.m. You told me 7 o'clock. So is the wig done? She's like, no, I'm still working on it. How are you still working on it? And you told me 7 p.m. So at this point, I'm getting pissed the fuck off. Now I'm getting pissed off, right? So I'm like, well, you told me 7 p.m. So we going back and forth, right? So I'm like, I think I just told her, I don't know, it was like in the moment it was just so heated. So I'm like, I think I said, well, just give me what you have at this point, because I'm not waiting no more. Just give me my bundles back, because now you got me pissed the fuck off. You going off of me. And I said, bitch, give me, I think I called her a B. And that, when I called her a B, y'all, when I called her that B word, when I tell you she went off, who you calling a B? So at this point, we're arguing. I start walking up the steps because now, yeah, bitch, what's up? I'm here now. I done drove here. I done did all of this. What's up? So my homegirl, Penny Proud, she's following up right behind me. So we get to the top of the steps. We still arguing. I'm like, just give me what you have, because now you're pissing me off. You're unprofessional. I had to come here. I know you didn't give me, you ain't tell me to come, but you gave me your address. So I'm here. So what's up? So she goes, she goes, y'all go back, y'all go downstairs, y'all don't need to come up the steps. So I'm like, okay, this is your house. We're gonna respect you and your house. You told us to go downstairs, I'm gonna go downstairs, but just give me my bundles at this point. If you haven't even sold the bundles on the wig, I don't care. Give me the bundles, I'll find somebody else to do it. So we go downstairs, right? So she's taking all day coming downstairs. So I'm like, if you're working on the wig, why the fuck is it taking you 5-10 minutes just to come downstairs? So I'm like, what are you doing? This bitch is upstairs cutting. I guess she was almost done with the wig, but she's upstairs cutting the tracks off of the wig. Why are you doing all this? You might as well give me what you have. You done already wasted my time. Why are you undoing what you did? So once I hear her upstairs saying that she's cutting the bundles off the wig, for what? For what? The least you could do is give me what you got. So I go upstairs. She's like, you need to go back downstairs. No, I'm not going downstairs. Give me my bundles right now. So we go up, I go back upstairs, Penny Proud right behind me, following suit. So we get upstairs and she's like, here, take your bundles, your cheap ass bundles. First of all, ain't nothing cheap. Like I told y'all, I don't buy cheap bundles, okay? When I do get bundles, I get good quality hair. I spent $400 or $500 on those bundles. Mind y'all, I'm in college. I had to bust my ass to get that $400, $500. Are you serious? Don't come for me. So she's like, here, take your cheap ass bundles, y'all. And she throw the bundles in my face. This is where, let me put my phone down. This is where the story turns, right? She threw the bundles in my face. So mind y'all, I'm not the type, I don't start fights. Every time I get the fighting, it's really because you provoked me. I don't go out looking for trouble. I don't do none of that. I'm a real chill person, like for real. But when you get me to that point, bitch, it's like, what's up? So she threw the bundles in my face. Even then, I'm like, you know what? We in her house. I don't know what she got in here. You know what I'm saying? She got roommates. It's more people than us. So I picked the bundles up. So she's still yapping. If you already gave me the bundles, why the fuck is you still behind me doing all that, right? So I picked the bundles up. So the way upstairs was, they had like stuff in the foyer, whatever. Like right above the steps, it was like this TV on the side. So I pick up the bundles. So instead of hitting you or putting my hands on you, I'm going to just, because you damaged my stuff, my bundles and stuff, so I'm going to damage your stuff. So it was a TV, it was like an old ass TV. Like, won't nobody, you could tell they was about to throw the TV away. So it's a TV right there. I kicked the TV, right, as I'm going down the steps. So Penny Proud seen that she was like coming up behind me. So she's like, China, turn around. Boom, 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 boom. We start fighting, right? Mind y'all, I was going down the steps. I'm like right on the second step from the top. So we turn around, we fighting, do. I slip on the step. I did. I slipped and I fell. Good thing my bitch Penny Proud. Good thing Penny Proud was there. So I slip and fall. Penny Proud knocked her up. Because what you're not about to do is jump on me while I'm down. So Penny Proud, her and Penny Proud do. I get up, right? Penny Proud steps out the way and we do again. So at this point, her roommates is coming out the room. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? So by this time, I'm thinking in my head, like, why I'm really up here in this girl house fighting over a wig and some bundles. Like, China, you are way better than this. What are you doing? So at this point, it's like, it hit me like, girl, you really, like, this is ghetto. Like, you really up here fighting over some bundles. So it got to a point we fight, So I finally get her, boom, body slammed her because I was a little bigger than her, whatever the case may be. I body slammed her on the ground and I have her like pinned down. And I'm like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like, we really doing this over some bundles and some wig. Like, chill out. So I have her pinned down and her roommates, they all finally come out. They come upstairs. Y'all need to get out. Y'all need to get out. So I'm like, okay, cool. You ain't got to tell me twice. So I grab my phone and whatever else was in my hand. And I go outside. Because they like, we calling the police. We calling the police. So I grab myself, go outside. Penny Proud is still in the house because she's grabbing her stuff, right? So what happened? I think, or did Penny Proud, I think Penny Proud got out the house first and I was still in the house and they were trying to keep me trapped in the house until the police come. They was like, no, you're not leaving, the police about to come. Bitch, y'all about to let me out the house. Like, what? Y'all not about to keep me trapped here? Like, no. So I finally get out the house, grab all my stuff, get out the house. We get in the car, we gone. Boom, right? So Penny Proud, before she left the house, she's picking up her stuff. She's picking up hair, bundles, whatever case may be. She's grabbing everything, right? We get in the car, we go back to the crib. So we get to the crib and we just like, wow, like, did that really happen? So mind y'all, Sunshine is there. She's like, what happened? What happened? So we're telling Sunshine, you know, what happened. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. We can't believe it happened either. So we got our phone. I got my bundles, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. So a few minutes later, of course, knocking at the door. Who is it? It's the police. So they're like, are you China? Whatever case may be. They asked me what happened. I told them. They were like, I guess she was pressing charges because when we got the fight and she had a wig on, her wig was missing. So she told the police that we stole her wig. But mind y'all, actually, let me back up some. When we got to the house, we're looking through the hair to see what we had. All I had was 2 bundles. Mind y'all, I paid for 3 bundles and a frontal. So I'm missing a bundle and a frontal. So what the fuck I'm gonna do with 2 bundles? So when the police come, they're like, she said that y'all came and stole something out her house. I'm like, what did we steal? She goes, her wig. Huh? What? So allegedly, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly because I don't know where that girl wig is. Allegedly, we stole her wig, right? So she pressed charges. She pressed charges against me for grand larceny for stealing something that was over, and she claimed her wig was like $1,000. So it fell in the grand larceny category. So she pressed charges against me for grand larceny, and I think she did like a restraining order on me, something. I don't remember, but I know grand larceny for a fact because she said I allegedly stole her wig. So that's that. So the police is like, you know, she filed a report, whatever case may be. So at this point, I gotta call my mama and tell her, because the police is involved. She's pressing charges against me, and I can't hide this. Usually in college, when I do stuff, I can hide it from my mama, but it was some stuff like this instance, you can't hide it, because it's like, bitch, you gonna need a lawyer. You ain't got no money, so you gotta reach out to your mom. So I called my mom, told her what happened. She was like, oh my gosh, whatever the case may be. So I think it was like a week later, I got my letter in the mail saying that she pressed charges on me. So I had wound up putting a restraining order on her as well. So I went down to the courthouse, did my restraining order, and I did I think I did a grand larceny thing against her too, because I don't have all my bundles, bitch, so you stole from me as well. So did that. We had to get a lawyer. Hold on. So we did that, got the lawyer. My mom had to get the lawyer, and the lawyer won't cheap, y'all. I think he charged like $1,000 per whatever. So got the lawyer. We get to the lawyer. So of course, you know, when you get the lawyer, they ask you what happened to that. Y'all, as I'm telling this story, this white man is looking at me like, okay, like, huh? So I'm telling him the story, and as I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, because I kicked her TV. So he's trying to prep me like, you bumped into the TV, right? I'm like, yeah, I bumped into the TV. Mind you, I kicked the shit out that TV, but I'm like, yeah, I bumped into the TV. So I'm telling him, he's like kind of like prepping me on how to tell the story of, like, I told the story how it happened, but he just kind of like downplayed some stuff, told me to like downplay some stuff, whatever, cool. So we have our court date set up for whenever, so whatever. So that was that. But mind y'all, also this happened kind of on campus, not really on campus, but being that we both went to ODU, I don't know how ODU got involved. Actually, I'm not gonna say my college. Should I say my college? I don't care. I don't know how ODU got involved, but they ended up reaching out to us, and we had to do like a it was kind of like court for my college, so we had to do that as well. We had to go to the court thing, sit down with, I don't even remember who was there, but I know it was me, it was Raven, and it was my home. I think Raven brought her roommate to tell the roommate side of the story, and then I brought Penny Proud there as well to tell her side of the story, because she was with me as a witness. So we did that. We didn't really get in trouble at our college. I think they just like put us on some type of restriction, or kind of like a strike one. So it was like a certain number of strikes you had to get, and you get kicked out of school. So I was on like strike one. I never got in trouble, so I got that little strike. I'm like, okay, whatever, girl, bye. I'm about to leave anyway. I don't care, give me a strike. So that was that. So we have court. The court date is set, ready to go. So this was like a few weeks later. Me, Penny Proud, Sunshine, and it was another one of my friends. We're gonna call her let's call her Liar, and y'all gonna know why later on when I tell more stories about her. So we're gonna call her Liar, right? So it's me, it's Sunshine, and it's Liar, right? We all go out to the club because Cash Doll was gonna make an appearance at the club. So y'all know that I had only got back 2 bundles. I don't know what I'm gonna do with 2 bundles, but whatever case may be. But I had other wigs that I could wear. So this particular night, I wore a curly wig similar to what Raven said that allegedly I stole. Allegedly I stole her curly wig. And just so happened on this night, I go to the club, I was wearing a curly wig. Don't put 2 and 2 together, because it's not gonna get 4. You're not gonna get 4. So we get to the club, whatever the case may be. I'm looking cute, got my wig on, curly wig, So we get to the club, we having a good old time. Cash Doll comes out. We got videos of us with Cash Doll. Cash Doll poured a shot in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? We turning up. Raven works at this club. She was a bottle girl, a hookah girl, whatever. She works at the club. So it's towards like the end of the night. So Cash Doll did her performance, whatever. She got off the stage, and we're still, you know, turning up, vibing at her, whatever the case may be, partying. So Raven comes over with security. I see her walking towards me. I'm like, oh, here we go. So she comes over with security, and she's like, take my wig off. In the middle of the club, y'all. I lied to y'all not. In the middle of the club, she comes up to me with security and goes, take my wig off. I go, this not your wig. What makes you think that this is your wig? Because you was wearing a curly wig and now I got a curly wig on. You think this your curly wig? Girl, you know how many black people got curly wigs? Like, get out of here. So, I'm like, girls, I look at her and I start laughing. I'm like, this is not your wig. Like, are you dumb? This is not your wig. What? It's not your wig. So, we, what happened? So at this point, it was towards the end of the night anyway. So all of us, we're gathering our stuff. We're like, we're just gonna go. So as we're walking through the club trying to get to the front door, her and security is trying to stop us. Like, no, y'all not going nowhere. Y'all gonna let us out this motherfucking club. We're leaving this club. So we're walking, y'all. So security is telling us y'all go in the bathroom and just handle y'all stuff. What you mean? We already fought. Like, what are we going in the bathroom for? And my thing is, I don't know, because mind y'all, we have been in the club for a minute. And you're just now coming up to us. So it's like, I'm not going in the bathroom. For one, I don't know who's in the bathroom. I don't know what y'all got set up. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen us earlier and try to set something up and plan something. So when I tell y'all they was trying so hard, security was like, y'all go in the bathroom. Just handle y'all stuff in the bathroom. Handle y'all stuff like women. Go in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom. I'm like, I'm not going in no bathroom. Like, we already fought. We already got to go to court in a couple of weeks. What the fuck am I going in the bathroom for? So we're trying to leave the club. So when I tell y'all, they're like pushing us, like we got towards, like, say the bathroom right here. As we're walking, because you had to walk past the bathroom to get outside of the club. As we're walking, we're getting close to the bathroom. They kept like inching us to go in the bathroom. So we finally get past the bathroom, get outside. So I'm like, I just need to get to my car because I was wearing heels. I had, you know what I'm saying? Because I was looking cute. So I'm like, just let me get in. I had a little something in the car. So I'm like, just, let me get to the car. That's all I need to do. Just let me get to my car. So it took us forever to get to the car because, like I said, they were trying to get us to go in the bathroom. So we're trying to push against them. They're pushing us to go in the bathroom. We're pushing back against them. So we finally get outside to the car. So once we get to the car, I'm like, all right, now we can do whatever case may be because, like I said, y'all planned for us to go in the bathroom. Y'all didn't plan to come out here. So now that we out here, this is equal grounds, you know what I'm saying? So now we can get it cracking. We can do whatever you want to do. So we get to the car. I take my shoes off because I'm like, bitch, we're gonna have to fight again. At this point, we're gonna have to fight again. So we get to the car. I take my shoes off. Then as soon as we get to the car, I take my shoes off. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, come on, what's up? They want to go, oh nah, y'all just get in the car and go. Y'all get in the car and go. The security, mind you, y'all get in the car and go. We not doing that. We not doing that. Now we not doing that. But when we was in the club, y'all wanted us to do that. But now that we outside and we on fair grounds, now y'all gotta change your heart? Talk about stuff, y'all just get in the car, man. So at this point, once we reached the car, she had kind of turned around. But security still followed us and was like, y'all just get in the car, just get in the car and go. No, so we stood out there for a minute all rowdy, like, what's up? What's up now? Y'all wanted us to do all this inside the club. Now that we outside, y'all want us to leave? Like, no, what's up? Tell her to come back outside. So they're like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Y'all just get in the car and go. Y'all just get in the car and go. Yeah, that's my fault. So we got in the car, we leave, and we get home, and she's blowing me up on Instagram like, oh, B, you have my wig on, da-da, you nasty. All this, just talking. You got my wig, da-da. So I'm like, again, I don't know what you talk about. So mind y'all, after that incident, went back to my lawyer because we had to do like a little prep thing right before court. So I'm telling my lawyer the incident that happened at the club. So I'm like, as a black girl, I have a lot of wigs. Like, just because, and y'all, when I tell y'all it was nothing special to the wig she had on, like when I tell y'all it was just a closure curly wig, like 24, 22 inches. I had that same wig when I went to Miami. Mind you, I had went to Miami like a year before all of this happened. So I'm showing my the lawyer, I'm showing him pictures of me with the curly wig on a year before in Miami. It's the same wig. Like, why do you think this is, like, I was just so confused. Like, every girl has a black curly wig 22, 24 inches, boo. So it's like, just because we had similar wigs don't mean that this is yours. So I had to wind up like printing off pictures of me in Miami a year prior to this incident, showing that we have similar wigs. Like, girl, bye. So allegedly I stole her wig. Allegedly. So we so I had to print off the pictures, give it to my lawyer. So told him the incident that happened at the club. So of course, you know, we had to add that into whatever for court. So y'all, we get to court, the day of court, you know what I'm saying? So my lawyer actually knew the judge. So we're in the courtroom and he's like, oh yeah, this is, we're good. I know the judge. So mind y'all, he's like in between cases, he's talking to the judge, like going up there having a full-on conversation. So I'm just like, yeah, we good. We good. So Raven comes, her roommate comes, and I guess she had, I don't even think she had a freaking lawyer. I think she had like a public defender, and I actually went out and got a freaking lawyer. Like, I was just like, anyways, so y'all, when I tell y'all we didn't even freaking get up to the daggone podium. Like, we got there, my lawyer talked to her lawyer, and her lawyer was like, yeah, we want to drop the charges. You want to do what? The lawyer goes, yeah, we're just going to drop the charges and just go about our day, pretty much. So I really think she did all of that just so I can waste money. Like, just so I could get the lawyer, just so I can, and mind y'all, even though she dropped the charges, it was still, the grand larceny was still on my record. I had to get it expunged. So I think she really just wanted to put me through, like, I don't know why she did all that. I don't know why she did all of that just to end up dropping the charges. But I really think she just wanted me to go through hell. She wanted me to waste money. She wanted me to just, she was trying to humiliate me. And it's like, girl, you did all this. We fought. You called the cops. Even though we both was, you was out of a wig and I was out of bundles. Well, a bundle and a frontal. So it's like we both lost something. So I feel like after we fought, you lost your bundle. I don't have my, you lost your wig. I don't have my bundles. I was just about to say, hey, we just gonna chop it up as a L. Like, I just took this L with the bundles, whatever case may be. But you really went to the cops. You did all of this just for you to drop the freaking charges. Like, make that make sense, please. So, what else? I think that was everything that happened. Let me think. Yeah, I think that was everything that happened. So y'all, I know it's pretty ghetto. Like, fighting over bundles is crazy. Fighting over bundles in a wig is crazy. But that's literally what happened. I had to end up getting everything expunged from my record just for her to drop the charges. Like, what? But that's it for this story time, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this story time, let me know in the comments down below. If y'all want more story time, because y'all, I have a bunch of stories. Like, not really a bunch, but I have some stories I can get up here and tell. So if y'all feeling the vibes, let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully I hit everything. Well, hopefully I told y'all everything, because this happened, like I said, like 5-6 years ago. So, but this is the first story I wanted to tell, because I know, like, y'all gonna be like, girl, what? Huh? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But again, if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm China, and I will see y'all next Friday at the next story time. Bye.